بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum, my beloved sons and daughters, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, as promised, these sessions, 5 sessions, inshallah, we are going to put the whole index of Arabic grammar, and this will help you afterwards if you want to break it down and learn more in detail. This will help you. So whenever we have this structure of Arabic language or any language, to understand Arabic language, we need to understand 3 things. Number 1, the morphology of the words, which is called as-sarf, morphology, the structure. That structure, like kitab, can become kutub, katib, yaktub, maktub, maktab. So many derivatives you can get out of that one word, katab. And that sarf helps you look into the dictionaries of the Quran, lexicons, whatever dictionaries, because that allows you to check what are the original 3 letters which the Arabic word is composed of. Majority of the words in Arabic language are 3 letters. So if you see more than 3 letters, then you have to break it down until you take the root word out of the word which you see. Very rarely there are 4 letters, and very rarely you have 5 letters. So that makes it easier. So whenever you look at a word, you will see what are the extra. We have explained this in our previous session with the pronouns, when we said 10 lessons of pronouns. They are available on our YouTube channel, Al-Qaim YouTube channel. You will know how to defragment, how to take the extras out and keep the root word and look into the Quranic lexicon or any dictionaries you would like to. However, that is structure, morphology. The second thing is balagha, the art of Arabic word. And that is the beauty. So sometimes the poet or the Quranic ayat, they say something, but they mean something else. Like hand of God. God says hand of God, but God does not mean hand as literally. It means God means metaphorical. So that is the art of speech. Those kind of things, literal, metaphorical things, we study in balagha. Nahjul Balagha, it was called Nahjul Balagha because the kalam of Amir al-Mu'minin Salamullah is on the highest level of eloquence. So it is used as a source of balagha. Nahj means path, source, manhaj, methodology. So method of balagha, source of balagha. The path Amir al-Mu'minin has taken to speak all his words, Salamullah alayh, is the path of balagha, the path of eloquence, Nahjul Balagha. So therefore, that is balagha. The third thing is, which is we are going to study in this course, which is the grammatical analysis of the Arabic word. From that, we can find out what is subject, what is object, what is a preposition, what is all those kind of things. So this is the thing which we are going to, inshallah, study in our course. And then obviously you have to practice yourself by learning the terminologies, because that is the foundation of any language. So you need to, at least you try to learn 10 words of Arabic language with meanings, so that will increase the bank of your memory. So this is something which is about the Arabic language, and this course is basically like the structure and the clause of Arabic sentence. What is it composed of? This is what I'm going to mention. And this is going to be a very introductory course, but it will give you a good foundation that, inshallah, when we start to analyze the grammar of the sentences of the Quran, you will have the hang of it and grip of it, and you will understand what I will be saying, inshallah. So I'm going to just bring the slides, and we will start, and we'll say, Tawakkalna ala Allah. Obviously, some of the information will be very basic just in the beginning, but this is just for those who have not studied. They are going to getting this. Otherwise, it's a reminder for everybody. So this is lesson 1. And I'll be using my whiteboard from time to time because it is very important when you teach language. We have to have a marker in our hand. Let me see, where is my marker? Okay, here it is. Good. So, we have today our session is going to be introduction plus the marfu'at, 8 marfu'at. Okay, so these are 5 sessions, maybe less than 5 sessions we are able to inshallah complete, but then the exercise will be on the ayat of the Quran. And first thing we'll start with Surat Al-Fatiha, then we will start Surat Yasin. I had already started Surat Yasin, I gave 2 sessions, but then there was a request, no, let it give us the whole introduction back again. So that is why I'm giving you back. And I have modified a lot from my previous lessons. I have added some colors. So whenever we see a marfu' or dhamma, so Arabic language, the vowel signs, there are 3 basic vowel signs. In English, you have A, E, I, O, U. In Swedish, we have A, E, E, and all the other kinds of like 9 or something like that. Like some of the things you have to like twist your mouth and just try to exercise those muscular mouth facial muscles to be able to pronounce Swedish properly from its makhraj. So anyhow, in Arabic, only 3 vowels. Okay, 3 vowels. O sound, A sound, E sound. O, A, E. These are 3 vowels. These are the 3 vowels in Arabic language. However, sometimes this O becomes Un, but still it's a dhamma. We add noon with O with the noon silence, N. O with N becomes Un. And sometimes with fatha, sometimes I'll tell you when does it come Un and when does it come O. Here, A, we put N with it, it becomes An. E, we put noon with it, silent noon, N with it, it becomes In. So vowel, basically we have O, A, E. It can be Un, An, In. These are short vowels. Same vowels, if this U was with the letter Wow, it will become O. It stretches, so it becomes long vowel, okay? A, if it is associated with alif, like say you have ba, fatha, and then there's a, so that will go ba. And E, with the ya, it will become E. So these are the same 3 vowels. So basic vowel is U, A, E. With a noon, Un, An, In. With a long vowel, if you want to elongate the vowel, then after the letter which has U, you will put Wow, it will become Boo, Oo. After the letter which has A, you'll put Alif, it will be A, long A, A. That was U, Oo, A. I'm not trying to take the monkey voice here, like kind of like zoo. If you are in a zoo, you make those monkey sounds so that you attract the monkeys. But no, I'm trying to just mention the oo, e. Okay, so short vowel, long vowel, and then sukun means no vowel on it. So it's just tip of the word, like ba, bu, bi. So ba will be ib, like rab, for example, I'm saying rab. I did not say rabba, rabbu, rabbi, rab, tip of the letter. So sukun means tip of the letter. I have explained all this in my Quran sessions, so that's why I'm going to go fast through this. And the only thing I'm going to mention here, the coloration, because these colors are important. If you understand these colors, alhamdulillah, you'll make my and your life easy. Okay, so that's the reason I'm just saying kind of things here, just to let you pay attention on the color. Shadda means double letter. The letter is double. I have mentioned in the sessions of Quran in 3 sessions. You can refer if you have no idea about shadda. Shadda is basically the Rabbi. So Rab, The first letter B has sukoon, the second one has E, Rabbi. So these are like basically the signs which encounter most. There are a few other signs, inshallah, in future we'll take, but these are the most encountering signs in grammar. Grammar needs these signs. You need to understand these signs in Arabic grammar. Okay, so now let me tell you the secret of these colors. Why pink? Why light blue? Why green? Pink is like, because there is a book which is called Color Coded Grammar of the Quran. So if it is a subject, it will be pink color, and the sound will be O normally. There are odd signs, but normally. If it is an object, it will be blue color, and the sound will be A or Un. So here the sound will be U or Un. Here the sound will be A or Un. And if it is a possessor, it will be E or N. I'll give you examples. Just have patience in Allah ma'as-sabirin. Okay? And then there is a sukoon, no sound. Usually, these three signs are signs of noun. Noun could be Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin, noun. But noun can never be Muhammad. No, there's no noun with sukoon. Okay? So nouns can be these three colors. Verbs will never be in kasra. We don't have verb E. We have yaf'alu, O sound. We have yaf'ala, A sound. And we have yaf'al. From these four signs, three signs, the nouns, they take three of these verb. So what are the signs which the nouns take? O, A, E. What are the signs which verb present tense takes? U, A, and sukoon. So verb never takes kasra. Okay? You don't have ya'kuli, yadrubi, yaf'ali, no, that you don't have like that. Okay? So this is the reason I mentioned. So if this is understood, subject, Dhamma. Object, subject, pink color. Object, blue color. And possessor. So what do I mean by subject? Like, I spoke, no, I ate, I wrote lesson. I wrote lesson. So who wrote? Who wrote the lesson? I. So I'm a subject. I'm the one who wrote the letter. So I'm a subject. What is the object? The thing which was written. What is the thing which was written? The object. So lesson will become in blue color. I will be in red color, pink color, and wrote, that is the verb. I wrote the lesson. So I is the subject, you will see in pink color, and wrote is a verb, and object is what did I do? I wrote, that's a verb. On what? Like the wrote, what was written? The lesson was written. So lesson is an object. So I wrote. Yes, what did you write? Lesson. So lesson object comes in the answer. What happened? What did the subject do with this action? So that is the object. So this is, now let me give you an example of the green one. Kitabu Muhammadin, book of Muhammad. Who's the owner of the book? Muhammad. So Muhammad is the possessor. So Kitabu Muhammadin, book of Muhammad, that Muhammad will be in green color. Muhammad will be in green color. Please remember this. Subject, object, possessor. If you remember this, this will be our foundation for all the other types of the similar types. Subject, pink, U. Object, blue, A. Possessor, green, E. That's what I want you to remember. Okay, so before I go to the second slide, next slide, I want you to again focus. I will repeat it. because I need to repeat it. Sometimes I say, oh, he repeats a lot, but in this I have to repeat, and this is systematic repetition before I go, because this is the foundation. You know, like when you build the house, you need to put the cement very strong and those metals so that the building will not collapse. So this is your foundation. If you don't get this, the building will collapse, because I'm going to build a building on these three colors. Okay. O, subject. Okay. O, subject, pink. A, object, blue. Possessor, E, green. E sound. Okay, where do these sound? In Arabic grammar, these signs they come at the end of the original Arabic word. Original word Arabic, if it has dhamma at the end, okay, then it will be U sound. This will be the subject. If it has A sound at the end, the original word, because sometimes there would be suffix and prefix. I'm talking of the original word. So it will have A. So that would be object. If the obvious example, if it has E sound, then it will be kasra. Okay. So, and that will be like a main example will be possessor. Now let's move on to the next one. Oh no, what is this? Don't worry, these first two slides are very important. Now we dug the ground, we kept this O, A, E sound, okay? Now we are going to tell you, what is it called? We don't hear Arabic grammar teachers say, O sound, A sound, E sound. They don't talk like that, okay? So what do? They say the one which has O sound, the subject, grammatical position of the subject is called marfu'. To help you, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I kept the same coloration. Okay, so I'm adding one terminology more. Okay, we had dhamma, fatha, kasra. We had subject, object, possessor. We have O sound, A sound, E sound. I just gave you 9 things, okay? Obviously with the sukoon and shadda, but these were 9 things were the foundation. I'll give you here 3 more things to add on. So that will become 12. So until now, 12 things, 9. So I'm adding 3 things. So when you have O sound and it is subject, it is called, the grammatical position of it is called marfu'. Marfu', okay? An example would be a subject noun or a present tense verb. I'll leave this after you understand the noun, then I'll tell you what is the present tense here. So the O sound with a pink color, O sound subject will be called marfu'. What is it? What is its grammatical position? It is marfu'. Okay, A sound, blue, object. What is it called? Mansoob, like drinking soup. But that was soup is with P, with this is oob, soup. Oops, what happened? Okay, mansoob. And then we have green color, possessor, majroor. Remember, kitabu Muhammadin, Muhammadin. So that is majroor. An example would be a possessor noun. An example would be what? A possessor noun. So this I spoke in the previous slide. This I spoke in the previous slide. This I spoke in the previous slide. And we look at the obvious sign. And this is the grammatical terminology which you need to this will haunt you until the end of the world. Okay, so just remember marfu, mansoob, majroor. In every example I will bring of Quran, I'll ask you, what is it? Marfu, mansoob, majroor. So you'll tell me, it's mansoob. And what is the sign of it? It is fatha. What is it? It's an object. So I will ask always, whenever we are going to do the Quran analysis, I'm going to, every time I see a sentence, I'm going to ask you these 3 questions. What is it? It is a noun. It's marfu' mansoob majroor. It's majroor. What is the sign of it? It is kasra. And what is the title of it? It's a possessor. Okay? So that means we have these 3 things, alhamdulillah, covered. These are, okay, what is the meaning of marfu'? Literally, it means something you lifted up. Rafa'atul qalam, I raised up the pen. Rafa'atu. Rafa'allahu, irfa' yadak, raise your hands for dua. Okay, irfa yadak lid-dua. Raise your hand, irfa, rafa, yarfa. Okay, so what does have this thing to do with subject? Well, who does the action? The subject. The subject is a dominant component in a sentence. Without him, everything is gone. So subject raises the value of the sentence. Without subject, there's no sentence. There's no sentence. There has to be subject. In Arabic language, we have to have a subject. So, and subject has to be marfu. So there is a kind of understanding that the subject dominates the sentence because he does it. He's the doer of the action. Okay, so he is there. He's on the top. He's the dominant. He's the king of the sentence. Okay, so okay, now we got marfu. He's on the high level. Okay, he's the superior guy. Without him, the sentence will fall. There will be who did it? We'll ask who did it. Oh, it happened. Who did it? So we'll always ask. We want to know the subject. We want to know who did the action. Mansub. Mansub is literally, it means nasaba. Nasaba means I fix something. I fix this here. Or I fix my glasses was broken. I fix it here. So I fix something. I fix this table. Okay. I hanged something. You hang something. You hang something. You window. There was no window in the house. Nasabtu nafida. I fixed the window. I fixed the door. I kept the door. I fixed something somewhere. That means you are solidifying something. That means that thing doesn't have any option. Marfu, yes, he's the king. But once marfu does an action on something, that means that the marfu comes and becomes fixed on that action. That action cannot go. The object becomes fixed on an object. That object cannot go anywhere. So that is why there is a kind of sense, like you can sense the meaning mansub, it's fixed. Like what fixed? The subject. He did it. So this object is bound to the action of the subject. This is what they mentioned in the philosophers, but God knows best what was the exact, but I'm trying to bring closer so that you also can get the hang of marfu, rafa'a, dominant subject, king. Mansub, he's a slave of this king because without the king he would not be there. So he's fixed, bound to the king. What is majroor? Majroor is when you drag something, yajurru. So you see the sign of kasra, E sound is down. You see? So you break the king and you break the mansub, you break the U sound, you break the E sound and you drag it, you break the U sound and you break the A sound and you drag it like Muhammadun, Muhammadan. No, you break that and you drag the sign from up till down. Muhammadan will become Muhammadin. So you drag it. Now I'm just mentioning this for you to understand the position of the sign and how the power of the words are in one sentence. So the most powerful is the marfu, and then the least powerful is the mansub, the object. And then the majrur is lost in space, like it could be dragged here and there. So remember, I gave you now until now 12 words. We have Dhamma, Fatha, Kasra. With Dhamma, pink color, U sound, marfu', and it is a subject. So Dhamma, marfu', subject, pink color. Fatha, object, mansub, blue color. Kasra, E sound, majroor, possessor, majroor, and green color. So this is about the noun. So majroor, there is no verb. So that's why I did not keep here verb. However, marfu', present tense could be marfu' when a present tense like yaktub, he is writing. When there is nothing before it, it will be yaktubu, U sound. So if without anything preceding it, there's nothing before it, it will be U sound. When I say, what is it? Marfu' mansub majzoom, you say it's marfu'. Why it is marfu'? With what is marfu'? You'll say with the dhamma. Why? Because there is nothing preceding it. However, when there is an, like to do, and yaktub, to write, if there's an preceding it, then it will become not yaktubu, yaktuba, an yaktuba, ba, an yaktuba, an yaktuba, Why? So I'll say, what is this present tense? Marfu, mansub, majzoom. You'll say, mansub. Mansub with what? Mansub with fatha. Why? Because there is a nasib. This is called nasib. There's a particle which converts the o sound to a sound. We are going to come to this all in detail, inshallah, with a lot of examples. But at this point, just I'm trying to explain the differences between marfu, mansub, majroor, because these first two slides are very important to understand this terminology, and I'm going to repeat this terminology, I promise. And these terminologies are going to be repeated until, oh, bas khalas, enough, too much marfu, mansub. Then you'll dream about marfu. You'll see, oh, marfu. You'll get hallucinations about marfu, mansub, majroor. And majroor, we don't have verb. Majzoom, yes, we have verb. But noun, we don't have majzoom. So there's no noun here, see? An example would be a present tense verb, which is preceded by lam. Lam means never happen. Lam yaktub. See, lam yaktub. I did not say lam yaktubu. I did not say lam yaktuba. Lam yaktub. So it's fixed with the sukoon. I mean, it's the grammatic sign is sukoon, the sukoon. Okay. So these two slides are very important for us to pay attention on it. And this is the whole that now we kept the foundation. Alhamdulillah. If you understand these two slides. So now in Arabic language, it's about time we go to our whiteboard. Enough of slides. In Arabic language, we said, what did we say in these sessions? We are going to focus on the end letters. Let's try to see this end letters. Okay. Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin. Okay. So on, like U sound, marfu', and mansub in majroor. Got it? If you want, I can try to do pink line, blue line, green line. Okay? So this is something which this technology can help us in. So these are changing. Again, another example. Ar-rajulu, a man, the man. Lu, simply see this U. Ar-rajula, ar-rajuli. Good, same thing. Pink, blue, and now, before I move on, let me tell you why we have this on here and why we have this U and not on. Why we have here U and here on, I mean, and here U. Why we have double dhamma here, double fatha. I'll tell you, whenever in Arabic language you have alif wal lam, you will never have double vowel, never. Single vowel. Alif wal lam, the article, definite. Okay, if the noun is definite with alif wal lam, you will not, with article alif wal lam, you will never have un, an, in. That's it. If you don't have alif wal lam, most of the cases you will have on, an, in. However, there are a few odd cases where they don't take on and in. That will take in future. Okay, that will take in future. So is this understood? That why O sometimes and why on sometimes? O because there is alif wal lam. Alif wal lam. Alif wal lam. Okay? No alif wal lam. No alif wal lam. No alif wal lam. The vowel signs are double. Good. So this is number one. Now, in Arabic language, see, so our grammar means end letters. end letters, end letters, end letter. What's the sign of the end letter? What's the sign of the end letter O? Subject. Sign of the end letter A? Object. Sign of the end letter E? Possessor. Kitabu Muhammadin, book of Muhammad. Like possessor means in English you use of, or that S, possessive S. Book of Muhammad. Okay, so this is number one. Number two, I want to just clean this mess to tell you some other concept. So this is this concept of why U and why not on, you understood. Now we come to Arabic words. So Arabic words, okay, they are two types. Fixed, we call it indeclinable, indeclinable. And we have, I'm not used to this computers, and that's why I'm sorry my writing is horrible, because the screen moves, so that's why it does not give me a good grip. And then we have indeclinable, and then we have changeable. Changeable, or you can call it declinable. Okay, good. So, like what? Remember Muhammadun, when it was subject, it was Muhammadun. Let me hold this thing. When it was object, it was Muhammadan. When it was possessor, it was Muhammadin. Good? Remember? You want the pink color? I'll put the pink color here. I'll put the blue color here. And I'll put the green color here. Qurbatan lillahi ta'ala. For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just for you to know that yes, we have not gone something new. So when Muhammadun is subject, it will have U sound. When Muhammadan is object, it will have A sound. When Muhammadin is possessor, it will have E sound. So this is what we call changeable or declinable. The sign declines according to the grammatical position. Got it? Got it. Now, this fixed one, they're so stubborn. You want to change their sign? No. Don't change my sign. Don't change my sign. Okay, well, you can't have same sign in all these grammatical positions. No, I will not. I will not. So, like in this world, there are some people like that. So you have to live with them. Khalas, okay. Matoni khamaro, okay. Don't eat my head. Let's live with them. So what are they do? If they are subject, if they are object, if they are possessors, okay. If they are subject, if they are object, and if they are possessor, they will take same sign because they are stubborn. Like what? Like huwa. Huwa means he. Okay, he. Huwa. When it's subject, we'll tell them change your sign to U. Normally, subjects are U. Say huwu. Okay, no, I don't want who. What is huwu? I will keep huwa. Okay, khalas, keep huwa. And then when it's object, it will be huwa. Same huwa here, same huwa there. Change some. No, I don't want. Okay, khalas. Samani sana. What about E sound, majroor? Make it huwi. No, I want huwa. Okay, khalas, take it huwa. And relieve us from the headache. So these are called fixed, indeclinable. So pronouns are fixed. Pronouns, prepositions, particles, demonstrative pronouns, all these are fixed. So if they're subject, they will. So how will we know that it's subject or object? The sign does not change. The sign is our key thing. It's a clue for us to tell us that it's a subject or an object or possessor. Well, the context of the sentence. The context of the sentence. Look at the context of the sentence. If huwa is the doer, okay, huwa akala, he ate. So we will say huwa is, he is a subject. Huwa, Then we have huwa, kitabu, huwa, book of his or book of him. Okay, something like that. Like min huwa ila hiya, from him till her, to her. So this from is a preposition which makes the word after it like a possessor, e sound, like min huwa, like min Muhammadin, min huwa. I got from him, from him. So min huwa. So if it is a subject, it will be huwa. If it is an object, it will be huwa. If it is a possessor or preceded by a preposition, it will be huwa. So it will not change. So did you get this? In Arabic language, the words are either declinable, like this super amazing guy, flexible, mashallah, super mu'min. And then we have this stubborn guy, fixed, not changeable. Even the grammatical positions change. That guy doesn't want to change. Khalas, that's it. So what are the declinable and non-declinable? What are changeable? So we said that the pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, they fix. Particles, all these are fixed. But then in changeable, you have all the nouns and present tense. So here we can keep in changeable, and this is called in Arabic language. Let me put the Arabic word. This is called mu'arab. So we have the Arabic word could be mu'arab, mu'rab. I'm using as much as possible English words because most of you might not be even able to understand the Arabic, reading. And this is mabni, mabni, fixed, binaya. So I can just write fix, and I can write here changeable. Let me fix this, changeable. Good. Mind my spelling. Okay. Mu'arab. What are the mu'arab? Most of the nouns. Present tense. Mabni. We have mabni. We have particles like min, ila, like min, it will be min all the time. Okay, it will not change. And we have verbs, two verbs, past tense and command verb, like uktub, iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, iqra, read, that is called command, fi'l amr. Command, okay, innama amruhu, amr, past tense. So present tense is changeable, okay? Past tense and command verbs are not changeable. Then we have all the pronouns, all the different types of pronouns and demonstrative pronouns, and like all those kind of relative clause. So this is basically, let me put a line here, okay? So changeable nouns, that means Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin, Ar-Rajulu, Ar-Rajula, Ar-Rajuli, or present tense, an yaktubu, an yaktuba, lam yaktub. Three different endings, okay? Three different sounds and ending. And the particles like min, it's always min. We cannot say minnu, minna, minni. No. Ila'a, ila'u, ila'i, ila'tu, ila, no. What about past tense? Daraba, we can never have darabu, darab. It's always daraba, past tense. Kataba, wrote. Command, uktub, it ends with sukun every time. Most of the time, normal case is command verb ends with sukun, no changes. So uktub, ishrab, see, tip of the tongue. So this is something which I wanted to mention, that mu'arab and mabni. So our focus will be in this group, mu'arab, because we need to know when does the signs change, okay? And the grammatical positions. We might touch a little bit on pronouns. So this is, let me just clean my board, okay? And come back to our slides. Okay, so now uh, the second slide is what I spoke, mabni and mu'rab. Okay, so nouns, most of the nouns. So we are discussing what? Changeable, changeable, mabni, mu'rab and mabni. So mu'rab, we will normally say this noun is marfu', this noun is mansub, this noun is majroor. But mabni, how will we say? We will not say it's marfu', we will say in the place of being marfu', because it's subject, like huwa. Huwa, we will say it's fixed with the fatha. It's fixed. But it's in the place of being marfu'. Huwa, it's an object in the place of being marfu'. If it's a object, in the place of being mansub. If it is a majroor, it will be in the place of being majroor. So it will be fixed مبني على الفتحة في محل رفع مبني على الفتحة في محل نصب مبني على الكسرة مبني على الفتحة sorry it's all مبني على الفتحة مبني على الفتحة في محل رفع مبني على الفتحة في محل رفع when it's in the place of مرفوع مبني على الفتحة في محل نصب in the place of being منصوب مبني على فتحة في محل جر in the place of fixed with the fatha in the place of being majroor. So this is what I'm trying to say here. Nouns, most of the nouns change the sign due to the various grammatical positions. For example, if it was marfu', like a subject, it will be dhamma. For example, it could be some odd signs. We are going to take that. But in this lesson, I want you to focus on these 12 things which I gave you. 12 terminologies. Okay? Dhamma. For example, and if it is mansub, like an object, then it will be fatha. I'm repeating the whole thing. I'm concluding now. Okay, I'm concluding. And if it will be majroor, like a possessor, then it will be kasra. So there are a few nouns and all the pronouns are mabni. Remember mabni, fixed, with a fixed sign. Therefore, if a pronoun, for example, huwa, was a subject, then we will analyze it as mabni, okay? Mabni with the fatha in the place of being marfu'. We are going to practice. Don't worry about it. I know this is the first lesson, but we are going to take lots of examples, inshallah. And a place of a subject, and not marfu'. We'll not say marfu'. We'll say in the place of. Why? Because it did not change. It was a stubborn. So we can't make him marfu'. So we'll say, okay, he's in the place of marfu'. And what about mansub? The same thing. If it was an object, then it will be mabni in the place of being mansub object. We tried to change him. We tried to make him mansub, but he was stubborn. He said, no, I don't want to change. Okay, khalas, don't eat our head, matonika. Okay, so we will keep it as it is, but we'll say, okay, so you are not mansub, but you are in the place of being mansub because you're not willing to change your sign, grammatical sign. You would just want to stick to huwa. Okay, and then we have, similarly, we have this, if it was a possessor, then it would be mabni in the place of being majroor and not majroor. And then something just to show you and freak the hell out of you for next week. So now we spoke today about the marfu'. They call it nominative. Don't worry about this nominative, accusative, and genitive. Okay, don't worry about these words. I will just want you to, because knowing these meanings of this word is another hassle. So just say marfu'. Now you know what is marfu'. The obvious example is subject. You know what's mansub. The obvious example is object, and the obvious sign is fatha. And you know what is majroor. So just stick to this terminology, marfu', mansub, majroor, because our whole lesson was hammering in your mind these terminologies, marfu', mansub, majroor. Okay? So remember now the time for popping up the surprise. એટલો આસાન છે તો આપણને તો ખબર નહોતી. So easy, mashallah. Yes, it is easy, but we have some more things coming. So what is this? Is it a taweez? If I have jinns bothering me, should I show them this? Then he will freak and run away. No, it is not taweez. He will learn grammar, inshallah, if you put this in front of him. So remember those colors, pink. So see, subject, mafa'il, these are object. Okay, 5 objects. And possessor. Just for the sake of qurbatan lillahi ta'ala, I will just do one thing, make it in accordance to what we said. I will write here 5 objects, because now we see subject, we see object, we see possessor. Because you'll say, we don't see object. You said blue color is object. But don't worry, I just kept it now. Okay. So therefore, so we said, remember my words, obvious example, obvious sign. What does that mean? That means marfu are about 8 marfu, 8 categories. Tomorrow, we are going to take the marfu'at and I'm going to give you examples, inshallah, for every marfu. Okay? We'll take subject, verbal subject, all this. I'm not going to mention name, enough terminologies for today. And then day after tomorrow is going to be turn of the mansubat. Okay, the obvious example is object, but there are other mansubs as well. And majroor, there are only 3 majroor. One is Kitabu Muhammadin, book of Muhammad, and then we have the min Muhammadin preceded by a preposition, min in e sound, okay, and then we have the tabi'. All this, inshallah, we are going to discuss tomorrow. Thank you all for coming. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على